What is today? My favorite day. Story time Sunday.
Jimothy! Jimothy! Subscribe to Jimothy.
No! No! They can't do this! No! No! And I know I've been here before. Believe me, I've seen the original movie many times, like all of you. But they can't do this to me! Do you know how long I've been mentally preparing for this shit? And I know what you're thinking. Oh, it's no big deal. You've known about this since 1994 when the original came out. But I don't care! I was not prepared for the financial hit that is paying for popcorn, a box of Mike and X, and a small soda. My nigga! This shit cost me more than the entire budget Disney spent on the animation team for this movie. You know how fucked up my bank account looking right now? On my mama, I sold 3 pairs of dead stock sneakers, donated plasma, and took back a college frat party's worth of cans to the bottle collection site. And I still had to get an early withdrawal on my 401k just to afford this shit. Movie tickets be 12 cents and some change, while popcorn and refreshments be $8,000 and a kidney. Boy, you the feds if you charging that much at the theater. Anyway, as expected, the movie was a Disney classic. But how could it not? All you gotta do is the exact same thing as the first one, but in 4K resolution. Don't get me wrong, I cried in 2D. And no spoilers, y'all know why. Scar, you conniving bitch-ass backstabbing son of a bitch! But I wasn't satisfied. I then went and turned around and bought another ticket for the 3D version just so I could see that big old booty on Nola in all its glory! Who, by the way, was looking scrumptious than a motherfucker in 3 dimensions! I thought they said this was rated PG-13! They didn't put this in the cartoon version! Now, after the recent acquisition of the Star Wars franchise, I'm a little pissed that my boy Mufasa didn't pull up with a blue lightsaber, a Yeezy bathrobe, a mangy gray beard of wisdom, and the power of the Force, word to Obi-Wan Kenobi. Although, they did leave the incestuous love affair like Princess Leia and Luke Skywalker, which is a nice touch. Thank you, Disney. Oh, come on, y'all. You think I'm crazy for that? There's like a total of 5 lines in the whole movie. You think they ain't at least first cousins at the minimum? This was a real backcountry, Alabama type of love affair, and I'm here for that kind of tea. All of us are. We didn't grow up on Maury for nothing. Anyways, I could talk about my many observations about this movie until I'm blue in the face. But come on, every movie critic and they grandma finna do that. So I'm off that. What I want to talk about is my experience in the audience. Was I trying to square up with every toddler and their terrible twos who lack the basic emotional development to react in an emotionally congruent manner to that which is portrayed in the movie, to laugh when you're supposed to laugh, to cry when you're supposed to cry? You're damn right I was! My chest and eyes were all types of fucked up when I seen Scar tell Simba to run and never come back! And all I hear in the silent audience was,
"Whoa, Mom! Simba runs fast!"
Boy, shut up! My nigga running for his life, and you out here clocking his 40-meter time like it's an NFL combine! When adult Nala beats adult Simba ass in that 1-on-1 and they realized who each other were, all I heard was, nigga, you don't shut your toddler ass up! We all know they finna smash right now, so stop cock-blocking my boy Simba and let him clap some lion cheeks in peace! And at the end of the movie, when Scar finally gets eaten by them damn hyenas, Pride Rock is returned to its legal owner and Simba takes what's rightfully his, and you see Rafiki hold up that baby lion, you're supposed to cheer. And I heard some toddlers cheering, but it's supposed to be for the right reasons, damn it! Not because of the happy ending. Nah! You're supposed to cheer because in about 4 weeks, we finna have the most lit episode of Maury Popovich we ever seen! Because Nala found out that my nigga Simba was out here clapping them other lion cheeks on Pride Rock while she was pregnant! Also, we're supposed to find out if Simba really is the father! I mean, this nigga was only back for about 2.5 months, and everybody knows the gestation period for lions is around 110 days. And unless Simba Jr. was a premature baby, Nala got some damn explaining to do! And lions run at a top speed of 50 miles per hour, but that's light work for the hard-working camera crew at the Maury Popovich Studios! Now, enough about them toddlers, because one day they're all gonna grow up, watch this episode of Jimothy, and then proceed to spit in my drink at Applebee's after taking my order of a free water, lemon wedge, and half order of french fries, because I'm still finna be broke by then. So, let's get into my next point. Y'all know the rules of the movie theater. You want a good seat? Pull up early, find a spot, and seat yourself accordingly so that folks in groups of 3 or more must sit at a minimum of 4.6 rows apart when they show up right as the last couple of previews are showing. That's just the law of the land. No questions asked. Anyways, I'm probably the first person there. I show up probably 35 minutes early, because yes, it's true. I don't have a life, and this movie was projected to be the highlight of my 2019. So seats start filling up as per usual, and then the movie plays. And in about 5 minutes, a couple of ladies show up late to the screening. They sit right next to me, to my left, and everything is cool. I'm profusely sweating and having a panic attack, as a real nigga should, as I start planning out the future wedding I'm going to have with that woman to my left, and the story I'm going to tell all the attendees about how I met my wife at the premiere screening of Avengers, because I can't reveal to my niggas I was out there watching Lion King by myself. And after about an hour and some change into the movie, I see a dude shimmying through the movie seats, knocking over popcorn and drinks, and guess where this nigga has the audacity to plop his stanky shoes wearing ass? That's right, in my future wife's seat! Now y'all are probably wondering, how is this possible? She's sitting there. When he shows up, she looks me straight in the eyes and says, "Excuse me, can you move?" Oh, my jaw dropped. I couldn't even speak. As I'm staring back at her, she repeats herself, "Sir, can you move?" Boy, you know how hurt I was knowing I had to divorce my future wife after only being married to her for the amount of time it takes for McDonald's to hand you your order during the peak dinner rush? I didn't move. Mostly because I was still processing the fact that after I showed up early and her whole gang showed up late at various times throughout the movie, she felt entitled to my seat. So she gets up and she sits on the other side of me to my right, pouting and grunting throughout the movie, while this bitch-ass nigga named Kyle or whatever sitting to the left of me making kissy faces and saying sweet nothings to the other girl next to him. Now, the movie finally ends, and after being pissed off for the next hour thinking about how folks these days are always acting like they owed something, and then the lights slowly come back on, I look over to my left, I see Kyle with his boo thing, cupcaked up with his shirt off, messy hair, and smudged up lipstick on his neck, talking about, "Hey bro, you see my flannel?" Boy, fuck your flannel! I look over to my right at Martha, or whatever her old person type name was, I can't really remember. She says, "Hey, I'm sorry." I'm shocked because all I can hear into the distance was a couple of toddlers crying, and I start crying too, because I watched these toddlers grow up over the course of this movie. They went from awkwardly laughing at the point in the movie where Scar throws Mufasa off the cliff screaming,
"Wow, Mom, look at the way I fly!"
to attaining the necessary emotional intelligence required to process such real-life, complex human interactions and to be able to internalize such interaction in a way that elicits genuine empathy towards their fellow Homo sapiens. Damn. They didn't write about this kind of character development in Rotten Tomatoes. They weren't crying because their mama was telling them to grab their empty popcorn buckets and jacket that they left in their seat because it's time to go home. No, they were crying for the mending of 2 hearts as me and that woman named Martha, in which we probably exchanged a total of 7 words to each other, decided to patch things up and not go through with the divorce. These toddler niggas cried for love. They cried for forgiveness, and they cried for the strengthening of bonds between 2 strangers floating on a lonely green and blue planet where the odds of a true happy ending are nearly impossible in every way. Thank you, toddler niggas. And if you all ever find yourself in a predicament where forgiveness could save a relationship, take that opportunity. Because who knows how many different folks can learn and grow from that kind of wisdom. Anyways, me and Martha, we finna be on the next episode of Maury, because I know she cheated on me with that nigga named Craig from work. Girl, I know it takes exactly 2 minutes and 14 seconds from your place of employment back to my crib, and you pulled up to my house in 2 minutes and 16 seconds. What were you doing in that other 2 seconds worth of time, huh? Fuck Craig and fuck love. I'ma see you on Maury. I love you, and see you next week. Don't melt, because a milkshake can wait. I've been sick for days trying to get in a slumber. Ay, I feel liquidity. I need somebody to kick this cough. I need somebody to quit my job. I need
Hear ye, fellow bitch-ass nigga. Fuck you mean?
I've been sick for days trying to get in a slumber. Ay, I'm feeling quitty. I need somebody to kick this cough. I need some money to quit my job. I need some shit. I can't close these lids. Send off for my blinks won't catch me lacking in a bed. Sleep is for the dead. Got lots of loans in debt. Probably pay it till I'm dead. Probably pay it till I'm can say that I'm living bad. My lungs is filled with air. My belly filled with food. I heard it's love up in the air. Might go chase it, I ain't scared. 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 Baby love, baby dreams, baby hate, baby scenes. I got stitches in my heart. You can't hurt me, fuck you mean. I get stronger, watch me gleam, watch me shine, watch me bling. Tell a hater, fuck you mean. Tell a fake one, fuck you mean. I get stronger by the day. 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 Hey, heart. You know what time time it is, y'all. It's shout out time. Welcome to the Cream Pack, new and old. Now, if you want to make it in next week's episode, feel free to comment down below or tell some friends about us. Really helps us to grow. Also, details for the monthly giveaway in the description section. Alright, Cream Pack. Shouts out to The Gaming Legion 55, Lovan McLean, Stussy Mods TM, Mr. Funnyman, Jacob Needs to Wake Up, Robert Brown, Julian Hickson, Isaiah Garcia, Black Ice, Daniel Van Ginkel, Daniel Tabaris, MG, KMCM, Boy Meme, Ara Fluco, Tony Van Ginkel, JDC Animate / Stories, Scruff Kyle, John Brent, and Eunice. I love ya. See you next week.